What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Tuesday to you, and not a good Tuesday for Panthers quarterback Bryce Young. We're going to talk about that in this segment. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that follow button. We're only 2 weeks into the NFL season, and we already have our first quarterback benching. That is starter Bryce Young of the Carolina Panthers. On Monday, head coach Dave Canales announced that he will be benching his young quarterback and will go with 36-year-old Andy Dalton. According to Canales, he says that Dalton gives the Panthers at this time the best chance to win. Now, how will this affect the confidence of this young fellow? Bryce Young, again, he was a first-round pick, first pick of the draft in 2023 by the Panthers. They gave up a lot for him. He traded 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and wide receiver DJ Moore to Chicago to get the young fella. And this is probably his confidence is probably a little shot at this moment. But let me be honest, he hadn't played well. His rookie campaign wasn't that great. He threw for 3,122 yards, had 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and a 59.3% completion percentage. Now the kickstart this season, he's definitely not. He's regressed. He hasn't progressed. He's only thrown for 245 yards, 0 TDs, 3 interceptions. The offense have only scored 13 points. They've only had 2 successful third down conversions, and it's not looking good right now. So head coach Canales, his big thing was, we got to put ourselves in the position to win. Now, with the hiring of Dave Canales, his MO is that he's good at developing quarterbacks. Now, and that was one of the reasons why the Panthers organization wanted to go with him. They wanted him to be able to develop their young number 1 draft pick. How will this affect their relationship? How will this affect Bryce Young's his progression now? I don't know, but I guess sometimes it is good to just sit and look. I think that's one of the things that the new NFL is rookie quarterbacks, especially if you're that number 1 draft pick. If you picked in the first round, you're not going to sit for very long. You're probably going to be playing, especially if you go to a franchise, i.e. the Panthers, who are coming off a losing record prior to drafting him. So this is a what have you done for me now league. They want results now. And I think sometimes you got to sit back and give these rookie quarterbacks, give them time to develop, i.e. the Jordan Love sat a couple of years behind Aaron Rodgers, i.e. Aaron Rodgers sat a couple of years behind Brett Favre. But again, I get it. This league, especially the way the money is being handed out, you got to play these guys, especially if you're a franchise trying to figure it out. And let's be honest, the Panthers, probably the last 3 or 4 years, they really don't have an identity. They went through a couple of coaches, had one of the worst records in the league the last couple of years, so they trying to build on that. But you got to surround certain players, especially quarterbacks, with the right group, with talent. I think where the Carolina Panthers need to do, they need to get a little bit more talent around this young fella. But I wouldn't say that I agree with the benching, but I understand the reasoning why. Because the offense just they have been offensively offensive, if I could say it that way. So again, we have our first NFL quarterback benching in the new year. Bryce Young is headed to the bench. Andy Dalton will be the starter. Now, for how long? Dave Canales didn't say that, but Dalton will be the guy when they take on the Raiders this upcoming Sunday. So I'd like to know what you guys think about the Panthers benching Bryce Young. Talk to me in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that follow button. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side, and on the next report, I am out. Peace.